Range fans, we're out here on the Pistol Bay at the 10-yard line, and we're gonna continue with the Beretta series. This time we got have you ever heard of this? Be honest, keep your integrity. Comment down below. A 90-2. 90-2. By the way, have you ever seen one? Be honest. I don't know if you've seen one like this one though. 90-2 and 40 Smith & Wesson. Yeah, if you ask me, this is what potentially the military should have picked up over those 320s, but that's a conversation for another day. This is a rather old one that we have here. This Beretta 90-2 has some modern features on it. It came after the Beretta 92 FS and the M9, of course, and you can see there it has a 2-slot Picatinny rail with a full dust cover up front. Also, the front and rear sight are doved, a little bit different. It has a luminous paint, meaning the more you put it in the sunlight, they actually glow at night. And I've noticed if I hold it up to like a light or what have you, these last me, if I hold it up to a light for about 10 to 15 seconds, the brightness on the sights lasts me until about 4 o'clock in the morning. Yes, I've been that kind of a geek to get up and just see how they were working, how long they would shine for me. You also notice a little something different. It has this wonderful poly grip, Beretta calls it. Some say it's too slick, but you know what? It feels pretty good to me, honestly. Also, oh yeah, as we work back, you can see the serrations on the slide. It has the open top barrel. We've talked about that before, where I thought from a military perspective, it was going to make it unreliable, and that proved not to be true. You see that? On the slide of the pistol, you have the safety and a decocker. Yes, a safety decocker. You can see there, it will not fire when that safety's down. Now, when it's up and you can see red, yeah, trouble. Double action and also single action. Notice anything? It fires also without the magazine in it. You can see here it's not cut flush like the Corso, but it does have something a little bit unique in it's kind of relieved there. Some people just like to do this old thing. I am not one of them. That's not the way that I was taught. And also it being 40 Smith & Wesson, 12 round magazine. That's all you need to know about this thing outside of the price, right? Hey, look for used. This one was considered used, but unfired. $419. That's 419 US dollars. That is correct. 419 US dollars. We got 12 rounds of the old 40 loaded up. We're at 10 yards. Let's put this thing through the ringer. We got 3 brands of ammunition. We've got the Spear Gold Dot. We've got my reloads. And we also have the 40 Smith & Wesson from Sig Sauer. Let's put 3 magazines through this thing and see what it'll do. My reloads from 10 yards away. Double action is about 10.5 to 11 pounds according to the gauge. All right, reloads aren't strong enough for the 40 and this spring to lock the slide back, but let's put some old Spear Gold Dot through this thing and see how it does. All right, range fans, we got the old Spear Big Flying Ashtray Gold Dot in this thing, Beretta 90-2, 40 Smith & Wesson double action first. The double action is about 10.5 to 11 pounds according to the RCBS trigger gauge, but the single action comes in at about 3 pounds. Oh, not locking back for me for some reason. Beretta 90-2, and you know what? Now I see what everybody's talking about. Maybe it is a tad bit slick. We'll see what the owner has to say about it and what he thinks about it. He won't come on video or anything of that nature, but I'm just curious of his feedback. 10 yards away, that's what you get. We're gonna move now to the Sig Sauer 180 grain 40 Smith & Wesson. Now we got the old Sig Sauer 180 grain, nasty looking hollow point. 12 rounds loaded up in this thing. Beretta 90-2 and 40 Smith & Wesson. I tell you, as cheap as the ammo is right now for 40 Smith & Wesson, got me thinking a little bit. Yeah, got me thinking a little bit. Let's see what accuracy we can get. It is a bit snappy, as everyone talks about, over the 9mm, but was it really a reason to switch? Oh yeah, come on and troll me. I know you guys want to from that comment. Let's see, 10 yards away. Man, this thing's not locking back, is it? Why won't it lock back? Interesting. Maybe it being unfired, does it need to be broke in? You guys tell me. By the way, this thing does have a lanyard loop on the bottom of it as well. But you can see 100% reliable and I think pretty accurate from 10 yards away. You know what? Let's do some double tap drills with my reloads and then we'll take it to the house. All right, guys, I moved in. I'm cheating a little bit. I moved into the, that's 5-yard line. Got my own reloads in this thing. We're gonna double tap on the timer and see what kind of train wreck this is. Well, let's go 2 to the body and 1 to the head up top. I think you can see it on my camera. Woo! And I only have 2 hits out of the 3, and it's 2.73 seconds. Let's run that again. Got 2 hits on that. I slowed it down a little bit. 2.46 seconds. Let's run it again. I hope my old hat camera is catching everything. Slowed it down. Got 2 hits, 309. No, we're gonna run that back. Nope. Gotta be under 3 seconds, folks. Gotta be. Okay, here we go. You can do better than that, big fella. All right, 2 hits. Now we talking. 2.38 seconds that was. And there you have it, range fans. Look, empty, not sure why it's locking back. Have to talk to the owner about it. But I hope you guys are enjoying Beretta Week. This is something not many have seen. Beretta 90-2 and 40 Smith & Wesson. By the way, It will take the Beretta 96 magazines as well. Just thought about something. Be right back. By the way, talking about that magazine made me think the Beretta 96 magazines also fits this Beretta CX4. When's the last time you seen one of these? That's right, it is 40 Smith & Wesson also, folks. There it is. From 10 yards back, we moved it back a little bit. Ooh-wee! Ten rounds, it is empty. 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 Safe. Beretta CX4. I think that's a primary arms optic dot sitting on top. There it is. If you want a separate video on this one, comment down below and tell me what you think. If you like Beretta Week, go ahead and subscribe to Day at the Range. And don't forget, I haven't abandoned the rimfire challenges. Yes, this channel was built off of rimfire, and we're gonna keep it coming. We're just gonna add more centerfire to the mix. There you go. Y'all know what to do. Get out and shoot.
He hit it. Drilled the target.
Yeah!